If there's one thing everyone should have in their lives, it's a small, adorable creature that enjoys watching them go to the bathroom.
What can I say? I'm a people person.
It's heartwarming to know your dog loves you so much that it wants to be near you all the time. But what if we told you it wasn't just about love? That the reason your dog follows you everywhere is because that's always been its destiny. Today, we're unpacking one of the most misunderstood dog behaviors. The need to stay close. Really, really close. The real reason your dog follows you everywhere. Despite the fact that they're always depicted huffing and puffing until someone's house blows down, wolves were actually the first animals to ever be domesticated, and that's at least partially because they're pack animals. You see, those packs are usually a family where the parents are in charge and the pups obediently rely on them for survival. So if a dog sees it as its parent, it will be similarly reliant on that human. And if you got your dog when it was a puppy, it may believe you to be its actual factual dog mummy. The same goes for newly adopted adult dogs who often revert to a puppy-like state in unfamiliar surroundings. Either way, your dog's instincts are telling it that if it wants to survive, it better stay as close to you as possible, which is why it seems like your dog has absolutely no respect for the concept of personal space. There's also the possibility that your dog loves getting high. We're not suggesting it likes listening to the Grateful Dead, although it may. But scientifically speaking, when your dog looks at you and follows you around, its little doggy brain releases a hormone called oxytocin, which makes it feel good, man. This then creates a behavioral feedback loop whereby your dog looks at you and feels good. So it looks at you more and feels good again, and on like that until it passes out. Yeah, I don't mean to sound like Norman Bates here, but a dog's best friend is his mother. Roughly 20,000 years ago, there was a pack of wolves that wanted to eat, but felt too lazy to hunt, so they took up residence on the outskirts of a camp occupied by a primitive species known as Hoomans. These Hoomans didn't always finish their food, and the wolves wanted the remainder, which as far as we can tell makes them the first species to base an evolutionary survival strategy on the concept of leftovers. Of course, humans found scary wolves to be, well, scary, so the friendlier wolves were the ones who inherited the uneaten grub. Those wolves found themselves with a guaranteed meal, and those humans, divested of delicious nom-noms, found themselves healthier on the whole. Over time, other advantages became evident. Humans were relatively tall, giving them longer distance sight, and dogs had phenomenal senses of hearing and smell, which were useful for hunting and protecting the camp. The two species could also share warmth and even learn to communicate non-verbally, except in the case of Scooby-Doo, Brian from Family Guy, and the Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Each species balanced out the other's weaknesses and benefited from their strengths, kind of like Batman and Robin. Over time, those primitive humans would evolve into us, and those wolves would evolve into the dogs that follow us everywhere we go.
My parents were good dogs, so were their parents before them, and their parents before them, all the way back to when we were wolves. But we were good wolves, kind of like Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf.
Your dog doesn't use the toilet, and even if it did, hopefully it wouldn't go at the same time as you. Dogs also have an incredibly powerful sense of smell, and the bathroom, especially while it's in use, doesn't usually smell all that great. So what gives? Well, a long time ago in a galaxy far, well, in our galaxy actually, it's likely we relied on our doggos to watch our back while we did our business. But it's also important to remember that what smells bad to you often smells intriguing to your pooch. Dogs love to smell things because it's how they learn about the world, and the bathroom is full of scents they associate with people, including the smell of your, well, you know. Also, dogs really don't have a concept of privacy. They often sniff at each other while they do their doggy business, so why not you too? And let's not forget that just like humans, dogs get bored. So sometimes it's not following you out of loyalty, but because you're basically a home entertainment system. You opening a closet or checking the fridge is basically dog TV, and the Hooman going to the bathroom show is only on a few times a day.
Would I describe myself as a stalker? No. I mean, I like following my Hooman everywhere, even the bathroom. And I stare at them obsessively. And I freak out if they're gone for too long. But that's not stalking. That's called love bombing. Seriously, look it up.
At this point, some of you may be wondering, why me? You live in a big house with a large family, but for some reason, your pooch has singled out you, and you alone, as the human who must be followed. Well, just as those ancient wolves formed a special bond with whatever primitive human threw them scraps, your dog is following you because you are the person who most frequently gives it what it wants. For example, your dog may be highly motivated by food, and you're the person who is always feeding it extra treats. Or maybe your pup likes belly scritches, and you're the best scritcher around. Every dog values different things, but if you're the Hooman a dog has chosen to follow, it's probably because it's identified you as a big softie who doesn't know how to say no.
Do I need people to like me? Absolutely not. I'm very comfortable in my own fur. Thank you very much. Please like me. Please like me. You like me, right? Answer me.
Obviously, canines can't literally tell time, but it can seem that way because they anticipate events based on their observations of your behavior and changes in their own body. In other words, your dog doesn't know what walk time or dinner time is, but it knows what it means when you get its leash or if it's feeling hungry. When it comes to things like that, your dog is eager to assist you in staying on schedule, and the best way it has to do that is to always be in your direct line of sight. Many dog owners also unconsciously encourage their four-legged friend to stay close by giving them treats, food, or pets. From your perspective, you're just being nice, but from your doggo's perspective, it's being rewarded for hovering.
Just to be clear, this is your fault. You're the one bribing me with treats all the time. So don't even pretend like you're not complicit in this wicked little game we play, all right?
Many modern dogs are, ironically, fraidy cats. Some are easily spooked by loud noises, and despite being social mavens, they can grow nervous around strangers, human or otherwise. Your dog can also have days where it doesn't feel well, and unless it happens to be Mr. Peabody, it doesn't understand medical science, so it doesn't know why it feels sick, and that can be frightening. Studies also show that just roughly 17% of dogs suffer from separation anxiety, and those dogs can wind up feeling frantic when they're left alone. In any case, when your dog is scared, it comes to you for protection. Conversely, it may be sticking close by because it's trying to protect you from the scary thing. After all, not every dog is a chicken.
I do it because I love you, and also because you're my meal ticket. But it's mostly the love thing, I swear.
Finally, if your pup seems increasingly clingy, it might be because your new shampoo smells like milk bones, or it might be something more serious. You see, unless you have one of those fancy new robot dogs, your canine companion is getting older, and that means it may be losing its hearing or eyesight. It also could be experiencing joint pain or even a cognitive decline similar to Alzheimer's disease. Aging-related changes can make your dog feel less independent, so it may start sticking closer to you than it has in the past. So if you have an older dog and it's suddenly following you around like you're made of sausages, it might be a sign that it's time to get your best friend checked out by a vet.
You scratch my butt, I sniff yours, as it's always meant to be.
So, how do you feel about having a furry little shadow? Let us know in the comments below, and tell us what other canine-related queries are on your mind. And of course, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe.